the Gettysburg Address. I wanted to show you guys how we read, and this will be like what we do when we do the Our Father or the Lord's Prayer when we learn in catechism. This is how they teach us. I'm going to show you guys. So we have the Gettysburg right here, the address, right? But if this is not catechism, this is just if we're like teaching, we would teach it like that. 407 years ago, our fathers fought, brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty. We'll read all of this and then we'll wonder, what does this whole thing say? And if we don't know the words, we'll look at them. So continent, which look up that word. Nation. Conceived means born, and liberty, free. So honestly, this for me means like we're free to do anything that we can and want in life, right? So, but then God gives us these 10 commandments, and those are our boundaries. We should follow those, and those will keep us safe for life. Conceived means being born. So if we wanted to do this with the Baptist church and we wanted to bless it, we can, because government and church stay separated anyways, and that would be actually brilliant. If we wanted to keep God in the thing rather than the way it is now, we could actually do this and run it like the biggest house of God church, right? There's no problems with that. I don't think it's illegal. I think it's actually following the rules. We're gonna have to get more godly, because we have to make sure that God's in it 100%. A lot of people won't be happy with that, but it's the only way that we could save anything. So I understand that Trump has already donated a Bible, right? So it's in it, and so that we're gonna have to make some new adjustments on our freedom and make sure that the 10 Catholic commandments are followed. So 407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty. Fourscore. Either that's a baseball game or they were scoring. And then 7 years ago. So it was probably like it was 70, I don't know, 70 something years ago or something. Anyways, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. We should include women. Now we are engaged in a great civil war. That finished. It better be finished, because it has to be done by the August 16th. So we'll be going with churches. I think that we need God in this, so that way we can vote for something like Bukele or something, or somebody that's that leader. So testing whether the nation or any nation so conceived, so born, you become a born again Christian. We need Christians too, and so dedicated. Christians are very dedicated. They can long endure. So we need Christians, Catholics, Baptists that want to get baptized that way. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. I know we've had many battles here in these grounds. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field to the final resting place for those who have gave their lives, that this nation might live. And as for us, we have come to dedicate a portion of that, of what we are now, being gangs and fighting, to becoming a proper and making things professional is where we aim now. So just that we want you guys to understand how much we've involved. Um, so before I understand that it was hard to come to have us both in a room together, right? I believe now if you were in a room together that there would be peace, because we all follow orders or laws or whatever now. We're older. We've already had many talks with everybody, so everybody's in line to know better than to be causing problems, making people scared here. Um, it's altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. So right here, we're gonna have to look up the words dedicate, endure, meeting on this great battlefield. We already met with our enemies. We come to dictate, yeah, or dedicate a portion. So the time, the time for everything is like time to make better, time to expect what we want, we need, and ask God though. The only way we're gonna be able to do anything is if we have God in it. So I believe it. Government and church do need to separate from here because the past it didn't really work out well, but we want to keep it. We don't want to tear anything down. So as long as it's done in God's favor or whatever, then there's nothing bad with that. The thing is that we're not going to allow the bad past to continue. So that's very important to know going forward. So that way we could continue more of a, okay. So not only just saying we cannot dictate, dedicate, we cannot concentrate, we cannot hollow this ground, the brave men living and dead. So there was a lot of soldiers here that have protected us since even the Afghanistan leave. Thank them, because if it wasn't for the Air Force, they would have never like got that help. So thank you, Air Force. Thank you, all of you guys. Um, Everybody did put a big part in this. So when you guys go and you guys are protecting this ground, maybe we weren't before, so maybe I wasn't so how do you say, thoughtful on that part to thank you guys. But today I want to thank you, and yeah, really give thanks to you guys, because it took a lot for that, and for Biden to even make that call, because that was brave. Nobody's ever did that, and that was a great thing that happened that day. Thank you for serving our country. And um so these things should never be forgotten, these stories. So that way we're not just we're not like dead and forgotten. We'll always be remembered. So you guys, the guys are going to be remembered forever. So will Biden. Thank you, Biden. And so we want to continue to follow orders here and laws. The world was little to know. Now we're writing, so that way we can see, we're writing. I have a lot of notes. Um, so I don't know. We always have to remember the dead as well. I believe America has more in it. It's like a heaven on the earth. If you ask me, there's more to it, and it's not just annex. It's it's been hidden. It's been hidden from us, but it's a real heaven on the earth, and we can make it here. Um, we can make it here, and we can actually work together and bring it to life more. So that way you guys can know how real God is. They just don't. They've kept a lot from us, but now's our chance. So I don't know. Let's begin. It's the next best thing.